My dear friends, as we sit here tonight by the crackling fire, with its sparks leaping like tiny notes of music from another time, I find my heart stirred as if I were once more that young man of the 1950s. Those were the years when America had not yet shaken off the long shadow of war, when countless homes and families lived each day in waiting for the treasured arrival of a letter sent from some far-off battlefield. I can still see it vividly. Every morning my mother would step out onto the porch, her eyes searching the dusty country road where the postman might appear. He carried a heavy canvas bag slung over his shoulder, its seams worn thin, its weight pressing with the hopes of so many. Each time he paused at our gate, our hearts would leap wildly, sometimes in joy that drew tears, sometimes in silence so heavy it stilled the very air. A single letter, yet it bore within it an entire soul. I still keep one such letter, sent by my cousin in 1951. The paper has yellowed with age, the ink blurred by dampness. He wrote, "My dearest, hear the bombs thunder day and night, the blasts shake even the ribs within my chest. But do you know, each time I think of your hair drifting in the evening breeze, of the gentle light in your eyes, I feel strength returning to me. Do not worry for me, for the love I carry is stronger than any gunfire." How could one read such words without trembling? Lines scrawled in haste, the ink stained by his shaking hand in the trench, yet they contained a universe of devotion. And then, the one who received it, the young girl at home. She sat beneath the glow of a kerosene lamp, her hands trembling as she unfolded the page, her eyes wet with longing. Each sentence she read again and again, as though to carve it upon her heart. Some would even press the letter against their breast and fall asleep in tears as if to hold close the warmth of the man they loved. Those letters were not mere paper and ink. They were threads binding two worlds, one steeped in smoke and fire, the other resting in fragile peace. Within them lived hope, promises, and the unwavering belief that brighter days would come. I remember well an old widow down the street with two sons sent to the front. Each week she waited at the gate, her eyes fixed on the road. On days when letters arrived, her laughter rang out like sunlight scattering the frost. But on those endless days of silence, the house grew hushed, the air heavy with dread. Those were the days when hearts seemed suspended in the air, uncertain whether joy or sorrow awaited. Some letters spoke of hurried meals in a dugout, just dry bread and a tin of meat, but the soldier would still smile as he wrote, "I remember the meals you cooked, the smell of fresh bread, the sound of your laughter in the kitchen. Tonight I eat this crust of bread and imagine you sitting beside me." Others came as clumsy little poems, lines leaning sideways, rhymes faltering, yet brimming with love. "Through the cold night, in forest deep, your name I whisper, in dreams I keep. If tomorrow I should never return, hold my love within your heart to burn." Each letter was a flickering lamp in the dark, guiding both writer and reader through the storm. And we, children, neighbors, those who listened to the tales retold, learned a lesson greater than words, that love and faith could outlast distance of 1,000 miles, could withstand even the cruelty of war. My dear friends, now that we are old, our hair whitened by the years, many of those letters have yellowed, and many of their writers now sleep beneath distant soil. Yet the memory lives on. The memory of trembling yet steadfast words, of tears mingled with laughter, of endless waiting suffused with hope. And I believe, for any who lived through those years, a whisper still echoes within the heart. Love saved us. Love kept us standing. And that, dear friends, is the eternal lesson of life.